The SEC takes some heat as Grayscale sues for rejection of its spot ETF. Ethereum's Ether token becomes deflationary following the merge. And at the end of the video, I'll reveal how JPG Junkies broke into the top 5 less than 1 week after mint, and what's next for NFT Alpha's new project. My name is AJ. This is your nightly crypto news wrap up. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all of the interwebs. The chickens have come home to roost after the SEC's rejection of Grayscale's spot ETF application in a lawsuit calling it arbitrary, capricious, and discriminatory. Lawyers for Grayscale say that logic was flawed and inconsistently applied in the SEC's denial to convert Grayscale's Bitcoin trust into a spot ETF back in June. How fair is that, considering Bitcoin futures ETFs were getting approved left, right, and center? This is an obvious overstep of the Commission's authority, and it's a bummer because Grayscale said right from the beginning that if the ETF was approved, they were prepared to begin trading immediately. They also said that if it was denied, they were prepared to come out swinging, and now they're doing just that. In other SEC-related news, Colorado Senator John Hickenlooper addresses the elephant in the room. Gary Gensler doesn't know how to regulate crypto. We know Dirty Gary isn't fit for the job, and it looks like US politicians might finally be catching on. Hickenlooper called out Gensler for uneven enforcement with a lack of regulatory framework. He says there's no clear understanding of investor protection and that the old rules are being applied to a new market. In a letter, he said that this could cause financial services to be more expensive, less accessible, and the SEC's disclosure regime to be less useful to the American people. Like us, Hickenlooper wants the SEC to clarify what would make any crypto asset a security, how crypto assets can be issued, and what needs to be disclosed to investors. Guess we're not the only ones who want more than a shoot first, ask questions later witch hunt disguised as crypto regulation. Go figure. Let's pass it to our guy Frankie Candles for a market watch.
Thanks, AJ. All right, guys, let's jump in and do a little market watch here. We've got Bitcoin coming in at $19,204, down about 1% on the day. Ethereum coming in at $12.98, up about 0.8% on the day. Now, guys, I want to bring you over to the Bitcoin chart as we have seen some crazy price action here. Massive pump up. Yesterday, we came up to this level right here at about 19.4 before getting another rip right up to the POC, which we were expecting on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel because it is our POC of the range. And when you come up and hold the value area low, it is likely that you come up and visit that POC. Also called this in our free Discord right as we were holding support on top of this value area low. We saw bullish confirmations on those lower time frames, and I was able to call that just in time for the Candle Mafia. Shout out to any of the Candle Mafia or BitSquad watching this that saw that call and was able to take advantage of that call. Never financial advice, but hopefully I was able to spark some trade ideas in your head and you guys were able to take advantage of that information. And then we came up to the POC, which was our target. We held above it, and then we finally broke down, bearishly retested, and lost that level. We are now starting to correct. However, we are starting to get some bullish signs on the lower time frame, so we could potentially see this bounce continue up a little bit higher. But remember, protect yourself with some tight stop losses because the weekends can get crazy. But if you guys want to follow me, it's Frankie Candles on YouTube or Frankie_Candles on all socials. Back to the news.
Thanks, Frankie. And you can trade like Frankie by using Femex, and you can get a BitSquad exclusive sign-up bonus by clicking the link in the description. We've been talking about it since the London hard fork back in August of 21. Ethereum is becoming deflationary. Since then, it felt a little like when Ace Ventura said, "If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer." Following the EIP 1559 upgrade, and especially now since the merge, Ether is burned when verifying transactions. Over a 1-week period, about 0.13% of the total supply was reduced. That's equal to 4,000 Ether tokens. We haven't felt the supply shock yet, but in a bull market, this would be a price catalyst for sure. But since we're in a bear market, investors roll down their window, look at the pretty Ethereum update, and then just keep driving. It's a cold world out there, BitSquad, especially in a crypto winter. NFT Alpha's brainchild Cardano NFT project minted last Saturday. After the next few days, 5,999 JPG Junkies sold for 69 ADA apiece. The mint was sold out by Tuesday, and there have already been some big purchases in the secondary market, especially for the ultra rare one-of-ones that received offers as high as 4,000 ADA. Shortly after the JPG Junkies entered the top 12, they broke into the top 5 NFT trades by volume on the Cardano network. This band of crazy, cagey, caffeinated JPEG addicts are becoming a fan favorite of the CNFT space, probably because the NFT community sees a little JPEG junkie in themselves. Utility announcements have been teased with details coming soon for blue chip Cardano NFT merch and collaborations with Pluto Alliance. I personally write a quick update every day on their Discord called The Daily Fix. Keep an eye on this project that's all hopped up on Cardano blue chip potential. That's all I got. My name is AJ Writes Crypto on all socials. I'm always down to chat, and don't hesitate to message me if you have any questions. Have yourselves a great night.